Hello everyone, I'm Pepfavidi and welcome to a new episode of Plus Plus Adventures. This time what we're gonna do is something called creating and calling functions, as you can see over here. So, what is a function? And how do you create one? First of all, you need to know the command void. Void is to create a function, then you name your function, and then you will open a parenthesis and you will enter a parameter. This is called a parameter, and this is what is needed in order to actually make the function work. So for example, I have this one over here called countdown, and it needs one integer number. It uses another space called cmath, which uses C-based language for math operations, and it just counts off until blast off. Now, this is what we're gonna do. Remember, a couple of episodes ago, I showed you how to do arithmetic operations. Well, we're gonna do exactly the same thing, but we're gonna do it using functions. We're gonna use one function for the addition, one for the difference, one for the product, one for the division, one for the residue of said division, and all of this is made in integer numbers, so no exact things. For example, for float, you can do that if you want, but the simplest way to do it, just integer. And this is pretty much how the code would look at the very end. So you create one function by using void, call it, and in order for something to add, well, you need two integer values. So we're going to place parameter 1 is int x and parameter 2 is int y. Now this doesn't really matter, this is only to declare what type of variable you're going to need. So in this case we need int x and int y, they're just two variables. Down here on the bottom though, you will declare it whenever you call the function. To call it, it means that you're actually going to use it inside of a program. So all of this is just programming the functions, but they don't do nothing whenever you run your program. What you're going to do is get all the way over here to int main, open the way that you've always opened the program, and then you're going to create your variables. That's pretty important, create the variables outside of the actual function, because if you don't, well, it's gonna get a little bit messy. Then we're gonna go to, well, we're gonna print please enter a value, it's gonna ask it, please enter a second value, and it's gonna ask for it. And then we're gonna go call them, and the parameters are gonna be the name of our variables, which I placed on x and on y because it's just simpler that way. And then you return to 0. Now I've already compiled this, and I'm gonna, that's right, I didn't do this. Let me change the directory. Okay, now let's do that. Enter the first value, I'm gonna place 14. The second value is gonna be 5. And of course the addition of both is 19, the difference between numbers is 9, product between both 70, the division between numbers is 2, and the residue of said division is 4. So as you can see, it's a really simple thing to do. However, we are going to do something a little bit different. We are actually going to validate the entire process right over here in just one function. So of course, this replicate the results of functions 1.cpp, which is the previous program. You just need the input-output stream using the namespace, everything we've already used so far. However, we got this process over here. It's just the sum up of everything that we had in just one simple function to make the code a little bit smaller. However, there's a new thing over here. This is called new line. Well, you need to declare your functions before you start off your code. So I'm gonna create a new function called new line, and it needs no parameters, because here's what it does. You start off by going like this. Start off as if it was an int main, except for the fact it's not going to be your main program. And the only thing new line is going to do is print out nothing and end the line. While doing this, that's it, that's the end of the function. You're going to do that. And right over here, calling a function within a function is also permitted, by the way. And over here, you will start calling the function new line. I called it over here, and then you'll call process with your x and y variables right over here. And this in turn will call new line multiple times. Now let's save this, and I'm gonna compile this. G++ functions 2.cpp and errors. Okay. Sorry about the little mistake. You should declare the variables in the order you're going to be calling them. So of course we're calling new line first. So that's the order in which you should actually get them. So I'm just gonna compile this again, and gosh darn. So this is the way you do it. You start off by opening up with the bracket. Closing the bracket means that you ended off your program, or your function rather. Open up a new bracket, call up a new function, and open up your int main, open a bracket, blah blah blah. At the end, it's supposed to return 0, so return nothing. So let me just do that, return 0, compile. There we go, and now we're gonna /a.out, and okay. This over here is what I was missing. Jesus. Okay, sorry about the attention not being here. But there you go, now let's do this. Enter the first value, and it's going to be once again 14. The second value is going to be 5. And there you go. Sum 19, difference 9, product 70, division 2, residue 4. And there you go. At the very end, it uses print. Thanks for using this program. It's not really all that difficult to do. Just call up 1. And there you go. Just enter the values to operate on, 14 and 5. The result of the operations are this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and there you go. So that's it for this video, guys. It's not really complicated to create any functions, but if you have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comments down below. Or if you actually want me to test out some function or explain a little bit about some other type of include, for example, over here, well, just make sure to tell me in the comments down below. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe to the channel if you like the video. Share this with anyone that wants to learn C++ programming. It's pretty basic stuff. And I will see you guys next time for more ++ adventures when we go through another one of these complicated, not so complicated things. I'll see you guys then.